Hey there, this is Ritik from Design Decoded and welcome to the first episode of Poster Review Breakdown with me. So this is the poster we will be breaking down today. It is a very well designed poster and I found it on Pinterest. The link is in the description. I could not find the name of the designer, so if you do, please comment down below. Also, spoiler alert, in case if you haven't watched the film, please do go ahead and watch it. Coming back to the poster, as we can see, it's not the original one from the movie. The original one follows a very similar pattern of Hollywood movies with blue and red colors. All the characters are standing on the road, Leonardo is right there in the middle. In the background, we can see the buildings folding themselves. It's a nice poster, but it's not the one we are interested in here. Right off the top of my head, if we look at the poster, there are some nice elements there. It's a monochromatic poster. There's a juxtaposition of a lot of elements. It's illustrated really beautifully. And then there's the use of negative space. But let's pause here for a moment and take a deeper look into the poster. Let's try to understand the dynamics of it. Color. The designer uses a very muted color palette here. The colors are subdued and there's no loud conversation happening. It's as if the color palette is progressing from lighter to darker, descending into a sinister end. Or if we try to look at it from Fisher's perspective, then it might be interpreted as going from darker to lighter. So the dark past between him and his father is slowly clearing off. Which is, if you remember correctly, the narrative of Inception. Now let's take a look at typography. It does not look like a regular font. It feels very much like a custom typeface. Notice how the letters are arranged like a staircase, so you are either climbing that staircase or descending down into something darker. Also, look at how the letter T is replaced by the totem. Coming back to the letters, let's isolate them from the poster and take a look at them. They definitely look custom. The closest resemblance is to this font, Deep Open Bold. Okay, so let's forget about the letters for a while and take a look at this. These are some maze figures from the film. Notice the symmetrical quality of the figures, the stroke of the lines and the perfect right angles. Now let's come back to the letters. Do you see the connection now? The letters are mazes. Brilliant, right? Hierarchy also plays an important part in this poster. Let's take a look at why. So all the characters are juxtaposed onto Fisher's head. One way to read that is that they are all entering his head. For example, let's just count the levels in this poster. We have Ariadne at the first level, then Mal, Arthur, Eames, that's Leo, what's his character's name, Cobb, Saito, and then Fisher himself, played by Cillian Murphy. 7 levels, huh? They had 7 levels of dream as well. Let's take a look at the balance of the entire poster. So it's definitely well balanced through the juxtaposition going on. Let us analyze the direction each character is looking in to understand the dynamics. We have Fisher, whose head they are entering, who's sort of looking directly ahead. His view is unbiased, completely perpendicular to the axis of the poster. It also means that he has a straight aim in his life. Then we have Cobb, who is trying to intercept Fisher's line of sight. This syncs with the narrative of Cobb. It's his job to intercept Fisher and plant the idea in his head. Arthur is looking straight up ahead. The mission is everything to him. His only aim is the mission. So is Eames. Eames and Arthur have a parallel line of sight. This signifies that although these two constantly bicker at each other, their goals are aligned. Now Ariadne crosses Arthur's vision. She is new to the game and she constantly questions every action and every motive. Arthur is the one who gives her that information, thus providing it for the audience as well. Saito is looking in an adjacent, sort of opposite direction to the team. He is with the team and he supports them, but his ultimate motive isn't the job. It is the aftermath of it, what Fisher chooses to do with his life. And then we have Mal. She gets Saito's shot, She jeopardizes the entire mission, putting everyone at risk. Her motive is the destruction of Cobb. Notice how this is portrayed by her downward line of sight. Now let us take a look at some of the scattered elements. Alright, we have the original poster here again. Let us zoom into Eames. Notice how he is pointing his gun to that toy. If you have watched the film, you know that's his weapon. He uses that toy as an instrument built out of memory to make Fisher change his mind. And this, see where the totem is placed, is the hallway. The function of the totem is to keep spinning in a dream. If you know what happened in this hallway, you know why spinning makes sense here. Alright, so wrapping things up, it's a really great poster. There's balance, structure, hierarchy. Even the colors and typography have individual meaning that ties in with the plot of the film. A poster that is every bit as layered and complex as the film it represents. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, like and subscribe and comment your takeaway down below.